What's going on, guys? It's Tim back at you again with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 great exercises to add to your leg regimen. But before we get started, I want to just ask you guys to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of my videos so far. My editing has been improving, I hope. So just let me know how I've been doing. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the support I've received so far, and let's get started. So the first exercise we're going to go over is the back squat. Now this should be no surprise to you guys whatsoever. I'm a huge fan of the back squat, and I think that every effective hypertrophy or strength program should revolve around a back squat to center your leg training. Now what makes the back squat the most effective, in my opinion, is that you can load up the most weight and you can continue to go through progressive overload as long as you build the solid foundation through the movement as well. Make sure that the range of motion is fully developed. You don't increase the weight too fast. You focus on activating all the muscles, because this is what the back squat is best for, is activating all the muscles of the legs, from quads, hamstrings, and especially glutes to the hip flexors as well. And this will fully develop the whole structure of your legs. Now you want to make sure that you keep your core tight through the entire movement as you come up and down, especially at the bottom, without leaning forward or leaning too far back. You want to really keep the tightness in your hip flexors as you go down. Keep a nice stable center of gravity, and when you come back up, be sure to squeeze the glutes every single time to ensure that the lower back isn't jumping into the movement to stabilize, because that's how people get hurt. Moving on, we have the hack squat. Now the hack squat traditionally is done on machines. There are plenty of motions that mimic this motion. However, the way I'm going to show you here is a behind the back deadlift. Now I like it more this way because I feel that free weights in general are always better than machines, because machines they just kind of mimic a very linear motion. And if your goal is to really fully develop a muscle, especially your legs, you should always stick with the free weights as long as you build proper stability. Now for the hack squat, you need to have proper shoulder mobility to be able to hold the bar behind your back far enough that you don't hit your calves or Achilles on the way down. This is primarily a quad movement. As you come up, you want to make sure to squeeze the quads, keep the core tight, and squeeze the glutes as well to stabilize the movement and ensure that you have optimal leg involvement and development throughout the entire sequence. Movement number 3 is the Romanian deadlift. Now I chose the Romanian deadlift over the conventional deadlift because I believe that people get the conventional deadlift form wrong all the time, and that the lower back is always involved when people do it. So I prefer that we focus on the form of a harder movement to get down, being the Romanian deadlift. Now the Romanian deadlift isolates the hamstrings, especially on the stretch portion as you hinge backwards. The hardest part is hinging back, keeping the core tight, and keeping that level back. But the proper finish to the Romanian deadlift is to bring the hips back through the motion and squeeze the glutes. You squeeze the glutes, that will keep the lower back from jumping into the movement. It'll stabilize the whole movement, and the development in the glutes and the upper part of the hamstrings that connects to the glutes is amazing. Now, I still believe that you should really hinge back slowly and really get the best stretch possible in the hamstrings, because that's what this motion is all about. But the last movement here that I'm going to show you guys is the walking lunge. I have a love-hate relationship with walking lunges because they are just that effective. So the reason walking lunges are such a great exercise is because they're an off-balance motion. Anytime you train one leg at a time, even with the leg supporting behind you, it's going to be a little off balance, which is going to require more stability to complete the motion. In this case, we develop a lot of small stabilizing muscles in the TFLs, which are on the side of the quads, as well as the abductors. The adductors on the inside of your leg, and the hip flexors, which pretty much control all of the big movements of the legs. What this means is we're going to have overall strength in the foundation and development in the legs in all of the big movements, such as the back squat, the conventional deadlift, the Romanian deadlift, and the hack squat, all the exercises I mentioned before. They will all be benefited by single leg training, and especially a motion such as the walking lunge, which is done very well in high volume. And high volume is, again, another form of stabilization. Now, it is important when doing this motion to keep your hips square, keep your legs following the motion of the hips as well. You don't want to walk in a straight line, because this is a great way to expose your knee to buckling back and forth the wrong way, and therefore causing a little bit of a twinge and a stunt to your gains. And that wraps it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed these 4 great exercises to add to your regimen for legs. Now, these aren't gospel. These aren't totally 100% going to work for you. I'm not telling you guys do these exercises and you'll 100% get all the results in the world. These are exercises to add to the regimen to see if they work really well for you. Try to develop them first, make sure to get the stability for each of the motion, and then start to add a little bit of weight, continue to overload, and see how well you respond to these motions. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you're liking my content so far. like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and I will talk to you guys next time.